Hey, I'm back. It's October 14th. Lead and I have just returned from a little trip to Herringer Estate Vineyard. Herringer Estate Vineyard is down in Clarksburg. They're a specialty vineyardist, do all kinds of wonderful things. It's where we get our Tyrol to go. It's where I'll be getting Nebbiolo next year and Aglianico next year. This is Petite Sirah. Petite Sirah is a very dark grape. I mean, as you can see, we have a little over 4 tons here of Petite Sirah that we're going to be crushing today. We've just gotten done offloading it. It's about noon. Our day started at 4:30 this morning.
Okay, we just got back from Clarksburg, as Mark had told you, picking up the Petite Sirah. This is going to be the 2010 vintage for the Two Monsters, which is our project that we started for our kids, Julian and Jaden, as a way to make money for their college fund. And hopefully, if it's something that they enjoy as much as we like being involved with the wine business, they may do it as well when they get older. And that's what they'll go to college.
Now, hang on. Who are you?
I'm Lead.
Lead.
I'm Dad. I'm the big monster.
Okay.
And then the two monsters are the little guys. So we started off with Petite Sirah only so far, and this will be our 4th release of Petite Sirah.
So besides being a Petite Sirah winemaker, what's your primary claim to fame?
God, I don't think I have one. But I do own Basement Wines in Colfax. And that's kind of what started us into the wine business.
So here we are at the crusher. We're running 4.5 tons of Petite Sirah through the crusher today. In case you're wondering, one of these bins holds about half a ton, about 1,000 pounds. Shade more, shade less. Takes about 15-20 minutes to pitchfork an entire bin into the crusher destemmer. We'd have the music going, but this thing's so loud you can't hear anything once it gets going. We're going to go ahead and get it started. So you can see
Lead in action.
Lead and I in action. So in case you're wondering, Lead is supervising. No, actually what Lead is doing is as I'm shoveling the bunches into the crusher destemmer, he's going through and pulling out leaves and little green berries and any other mog. Mog is what we winery type. So, no, I don't expect you to actually do it.
It's got to look good, that's all.
And so who are you?
I'm Lori Shaheen.
And what's your association with Two Monsters?
Two Monsters are my sons.
Ah, excellent. So you're the reason we're here today.
She's the momster.
I am the momster.
The
I'm
momster.
The momster of the
I
Two
like
Monsters.
it. I like it. So we're crushing Petite Sirah today. Do you like drinking Petite Sirah?
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. You know, it's Wednesday night, October 20th. We inoculated the Petite Sirah on Sunday afternoon. It's taken a really long time getting going because the temperatures are pretty cool. This fermentation right over here is at about 59 degrees. These two are at around 55. We're keeping the temperature really low so that we can get a nice, long, slow fermentation that will help to preserve the natural fruitiness of the Petite Sirah. With this particular wine, we're really looking to make a wine that really shows its California character. Because it's such a slow fermentation, the fermentation will probably take a couple of weeks, which means I've got at least a couple of weeks of 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 times a day, doing punch downs. And yeah, this doesn't get any easier as I get older. So long for now. Good morning. Today is Monday, November 1st. I've spent the last couple of hours getting things set up because today we are pressing Petite Sirah. On October 14th, we picked up 4 tons of Petite Sirah from Herringer Estate Vineyard down in Clarksburg. We've gone through about 2 weeks now of doing a cold soak, of inoculating with a particular wine yeast, allowing a very cold fermentation, typically between 55 and 60 degrees. It's now done fermenting. It's time to press it. Let me walk you through exactly what we've got going here. We have just about every piece of equipment we own working here. Everything from the forklift, fermenter, our very large must pump. That's this big yellow beast here, which is going to pump all of the grapes and the juice and the wine and the skins and everything else into our horizontal press. This is a screw press. As the juice falls down into a pan underneath the press, we're going to employ our other little pump here to pump the wine into that fermenter right over there. The wine will then spend about 2 or 3 days in that fermenter while it settles, and then it'll get transferred into a tank while waiting for barrel space. I'm going to be getting started here in just a moment. Well, we've got everything running now. I've got the must pump pumping must out of here. This is going to take a little bit more effort than just letting it sit there. Let me show you what's happening here. So the pump is pumping out all the juice and all of the skins. Well, some of the skins anyway. I'm going to have to help that out a bit. And over here into the horizontal screw press, the wine is coming down into the pan and then being pumped over into what is basically going to be a holding tank. The wine will spend a couple of days in here while it settles down, and then we'll move it over into barrels. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we're just about to put the finishing touches on everything. We ended up with probably about 700 gallons of Petite Sirah. We're just finishing pressing now, and then it'll be time to clean up. It's possible that last bit was a little bit hard to hear. We're now done pressing and pumping, and so it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that was about 6 hours of pressing almost 4.5 tons of Petite Sirah. Now comes cleanup. Yeah, cleanup. Good morning. It's Friday, November 5th, and today is moving day. On Monday, we pressed the Petite Sirah, separating the finished wine from the skins and the seeds and some of the stems, and put it back into one of the fermenters to settle. The reason why we do that is because even though we have pressed off the wine from the skins, there's still a lot of dissolved solids in the wine that we want to give a chance to settle out before we transfer it. So today is moving day. After 5 days, we've gotten plenty of settling, so we're going to be moving the Petite Sirah from the fermenter into this 2,150 liter tank. We'll be getting started on that in just a moment. Nothing could be simpler. We're pulling the finished Petite Sirah out of that fermenter, running it through the pump, and pumping it into this tank. Everything should go fine as long as I've got all the valves shut off. Sometimes I don't. So the wine's going to spend probably a month in here while it does additional settling. And then all 2,150 liters of it will be moved into oak barrels for about 1.5 years. Well, we're all done pumping a little over 2,000 liters of Petite Sirah into a tank, and so it's pretty much all over, done and over with now, but the cleaning. Yep, the cleaning. Oh, what's that? You want to see what 2,000 liters of Petite Sirah looks like in a tank? Well, here, let me show you. There it is. About 2 years from now, that'll be about 220 cases of 2010 Two Monsters Petite Sirah.